but it's the hardest to teach us the things like giving of yourself and the emotional needs of a patient. And it is hard to learn those things, but the faculty did a fantastic job and made it seem as though it is second nature to do such things. An example of this is if you take only 10 minutes out of your busy day to spend with that lonely patient, they perceive it as being more like 30 to 45 minutes. They also taught me that there is no other profession out in the world that is like this, where someone's life is literally in my hands, and how I can make a difference in people's lives. How I can help make a bad situation for a family a better one by giving of my time and of myself. This is a profession that you must give all of yourself in order to succeed with your patients. I also grew in my faith here while I was at Newman. A faculty member once told me that God has given me everything I will ever need to become a great nurse. All I need to do is apply it. She also taught us about the spiritual needs of our patients and what our beliefs and feelings are before we enter the workforce. With that, I have never been more sure that this is where I belonged and this is what I should be doing. I love the fact that they have prepared me for a scary, very real world where patients always come first, and that you can have all the technical parts of nursing, but if you don't have the caring part, then you won't be the best nurse possible. Thank you, Newman Nursing, for shaping me into the best possible nurse and even a better person.
Hi, I'm Barb McGuire. I'm getting my Bachelor's of Science in Business Management. After having decided to return to college after 18 years after graduating high school, I had taken tours of a few local universities. I will say that my tour of Newman was the best because they spent individual time with me and greeted me in person. I was not a number or a check. I was a little nervous, and since I'm not Catholic, but I was greeted with open arms. I decided for other reasons, however, to go to another university to start with, but the day I went to turn my paperwork in was the hardest process in the world to get done. It was like by design I wasn't supposed to go there. I'm sorry. I wanted to return to school, and I sat down and I cried, and I said, why? Why is this so hard? In the middle of crying, I got a call from Newman University saying, do you still want to come to see us? Do you still want to come here? We'd love to have you. So I ran up the road that very minute, and I applied. That personal attention has never stopped with just enrollment. Every time I needed help, a real person would take the time to help me and answer my questions fully. Yes, God does answer prayers. After major personal and health issues that I had last semester and working full-time and having a great family to take care of, with the help of some very understanding professors, a very great tutor, and some exceptionally helpful friends and family, I can say after 21 years, I made it. I'm graduating.
Good evening. My name is Sullivan, and I'm a candidate for a Bachelor of Arts in English. I'm not going to stand here and define my love for Newman University outright. For honesty's sake, I must admit that I had considered transferring from Newman 3 times before my junior year, and I even wished I was somewhere else as late as last night while finishing up final papers. I won't bore you with talk of how my relationships with people like Father Tatro, Rosemary Needens, and Brian Dietrich helped shape me on a journey of figuring myself out, a task that tomorrow's commencement certainly will not complete. I cannot let myself even tell you anecdotes of how much fun it was to get to know staff members like Tracy McGuire, Debbie Edens, Ann Fox, and Linda Fields. And I most definitely will not discuss the invaluable lessons I learned in the classrooms of Deanna Zitterkopf, Marguerite Regan, Susan Crane, Sister Charlotte Warbach, and Carol Pracht. That would all be too simple and cliche, an English major's prime enemy. Before senior year started, I naively agreed to take the reins of the student newspaper, and I'm truly glad at that decision. Under the guidance of Audrey Curtis Hain and Nick Youngman, I learned a lot. Now, some might say that spending 13, 14, even 15 hours every Tuesday night working on the weekly paper was a mistake. At times, I even considered it so. It literally proved to be a full-time job on top of everything else. My friends would be out enjoying their lax senior year schedules that allowed them flexibility in their lives, and I would be stuck in a new, sterile space, fighting sleep and the frustrations that come with Microsoft Office. Was it for naught? Did I waste my time? Some would say yes. Pouring so much energy and devotion into a project that it seemed no one cared for, but those who contributed to it may have been equivalent to what sits in the garbage can, but personally, I refuse to consider it so, and here's why. Cardinal Newman's name is plastered on seemingly everything around here, and since this is the 75th anniversary, there has been no escaping the recitations of our university mission statement and jewels from Newman's idea of the university. As an English major, I might be able to appreciate this a bit more than others. But what Cardinal Newman talks about in his works, this idea of a liberally educated individual, it speaks to more than just the academic and social expectations that come with the NU seal. I think Newman's idea of the well-educated student is not just the chemistry major who receives honors and is accepted into a top graduate program, not the business major who lands a job at an internationally known company, not even the nurse who takes their knowledge of the circulatory system with them to patients at Via Christi. No, I think Newman certainly intended for the ideal student to be familiar with all of the academic and social, the athletic and artistic, the professional and spiritual aspects which complement the art of learning. Personally, I love the fact that I was able to complete an honors project during the same week that I went to a party and received a late-night mohawk from Jake Ballman. I enjoyed my time competing in pickup games in the gym and in the darkroom developing film, and I cherished the wisdom I gained networking, building my resume, all the while relying on my retreat to the chapel for sanity's sake. Fellow graduates, I pray that you share my sentiments and appreciate the fact that our education has taught us the mechanics of the balance. Newman is truly proud of this class. While I cannot claim to have known 4 years ago that what I thought would be a degree in biology would eventuate into a broad knowledge of things outside the round building, I can tell you now that my liberal arts education has set me up for a continued appetite for learning, a hunger I hope always to entertain. Thank you, and God bless.